Something's different. We don't have a desk anymore. And that's what we call innovation. Intel's getting bold, and that doesn't mean Jeff Bezos took the role of a new CEO. That means innovation is strong with the company. Or we should rather say it just got stronger than ever before, because so much has happened since we recorded the last episode that there is no other way than to get you up to speed as quickly as possible. For those who have very limited time, I'm sorry. I know this episode is a little bit too long than usual, but trust me, you probably want to know all this stuff, so good morning. If you still haven't heard or didn't see Intel's Innovation Digital event that took place between 27th and 28th of October, it's about time you stop living under the rock. There is still time to see Pat Gelsinger's and others' recordings about Edge, 5G, cloud, client, but most importantly, AI. Key takeaway is that Intel has finally returned to its developer roots with its refurbished commitment to the community and the developer-first approach across software and hardware. Pat's announcement spanning new products, developer tools, and technologies underscore Intel's focus on empowering an open ecosystem, ensuring choice for developers to use the tools and environments they prefer, building trust and partnership throughout innovation.
Today's developers are discovering leading-edge concepts and creating the future. Through the developer community, we are entering a renewed era of innovation. It's all about you, the developers, software and hardware. Our recent actions in the ecosystem must be built on core values that are essential to you, but we haven't done a great job recently. We need to stay connected with you through the evolution of that ecosystem. Today, this changes. We can and we will do better.
One of the proofs to developer-friendly wind blowing in Intel sales is the new unified Intel Developer Zone, IDZ. And I just can't resist not to mention that our Intel software channel is the part of IDZ. So if you still haven't subscribed, there is still time to make things right. And I'm probably the first guy here begging for subs. Anyway, if you're interested in learning about Intel's innovation in AI, you can still watch on-demand sessions on topics like AI workload optimization, scaling, convergence, and many, many more. Check the link down below for more information. As usual, that kind of event typically consists of a bunch of new products or changes announcements, some general corporate information to boost up the Wall Street morale, and, oh boy, the main course, of course, which in this case turned out to be the 12th Gen Core CPU codenamed Alder Lake. World's best gaming processor. That's what it says on Intel's website. It's not gaming we're focused on, so from AI perspective, Alder Lake should give you a couple of things. First, totally new integrated graphics engine. Overall, deep learning and machine learning workload performance boost, hardware-based acceleration for neural network processing, and a couple of more things. If you're interested in details, check the link in the description to see the video where my colleagues perfectly explain the 12th Gen features.
Introducing the all-new 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Intel's most significant shift in x86 architecture in more than a decade. These processors introduce Intel's first performance hybrid architecture with 2 all-new Core microarchitectures instead of one.
One of the innovation topics was also Intel's joint collaboration with Google. Both companies decided to climb the great technology mountain together. Mountain Evans, precisely, because that's the name of an application-specific integrated circuit mentioned during the year's Intel's Architecture Day IPU.
There's no better person in the world to have a conversation about IPUs with than Google Fellow and VP of Systems and Systems Services Infrastructure, Amin Vadat. And Amin, it is so good to have you here. And can you tell us a little bit about your job at Google and why you're doing this IPU project with us?
IPU, Image Processing Unit, Intelligence Processing Unit, Interconnect Processing Unit? No. Infrastructure Processing Unit, a programmable network device designed to enable cloud and communication service providers to reduce an overhead and free up performance for CPUs. Thanks to things like IPU, it's now possible to program every element of the network and server infrastructure. Everything you need is a small program running in the IPU, and you can decide whether you need it running all the time or just whenever it's needed, because it's just a program. So, why is it important for AI? Well, research from Google and Facebook reveals that infrastructure workloads can consume up to 80% of CPU cycles across a range of microservice workloads. So if you can move some of those microservices to another instance, there is more room for AI microservices, right? Like, for example, Alibaba's recommendation engine, for example, where both companies partnered to build an end-to-end toolkit called DeepRec to facilitate deep learning training and deployment of recommendation systems.
And with the diversity of compute, network, bandwidth, and memory requirements, we actually see that having AI in your CPU makes AI workloads accessible to everyone. Today, Alibaba uses Intel Xeon processors across their internal business applications and then their external Alibaba Cloud, and specifically on their Weibo application, which is a Twitter-like service in China.
It's also powered by one API with AVX512, VNNI, and bfloat16 acceleration. An innovative thing about DeepRec is that developers can now easily do things like load and update models, processing embedded layers, leverage existing model zoos, and deploy extremely large and scale recommendation-based services with trillions of samples. Isn't that awesome? Speaking of Intel Xeon Scalable family, during Innovation event, Intel announced that it is now targeting to deliver up to 30 times total AI performance gain for those processors by 2022. What? 30? Announcement came along with a demo using pre-production next-gen code named Sapphire Rapids. Those enormous performance gains were achieved by harnessing the brand new built-in Advanced Metrics Extensions AMX engine, Intel Neural Compressor INC, as well as one DNN library optimizations based on the one API. Again, lots of acronyms. If you want to know more, check the link in the description. And Google is not the only one joining Intel's innovation party. Amazon Web Services has officially launched machine learning optimized EC2 DL1 instances with Intel Habana Gaudi engines on board, making them the first AI training instances provided by AWS that are not GPU-based. The DL1 instances are now generally available as on-demand instances, reserved instances, spot instances, and in other configurations, but so far they're being rolled out only in the US East and US West regions. Both Amazon and Habana claim that AWS customers can now train models faster and with up to something like 40% better price to performance when compared to the latest GPU-powered EC2 instances. And it seems like it has never been easier and cheaper to train your AI models. Just like it has never been easier to spot a bug in your code thanks to Control Flag, a tool that uses machine learning to detect problems in the code. And it's now open source, thanks to Intel. Control Flag, which works with any programming language containing control structures such as blocks of code that specify the flow of control in a program, aims to cut down on debugging work by leveraging unsupervised learning. That means it learns from unlabeled data source, evolving to make itself better as new data is introduced. While it can't yet automatically mitigate the programming defects, it finds the tool provides suggestions to potential corrections to developers. Sounds familiar? Yes, we know some statistics already regarding Copilot. During GitHub Universe conference, the company said that the AI is now helping to write something about 30% of the code on the platform. In an interview with Axios, Vice President of GitHub Next, the team that works on the Copilot function, said that 50% of devs who tried it, have kept using it. Which means we're on a good path to replace software developers with artificial intelligence. And everyone else. Elon? It's happening. A short reminder for those who watch us for the first time, if you want to join your news into the next video, just use the link provided in the description, scan the QR code visible on the screen somewhere here, or write us on inside.ai.week, intel.com, and as always, no matter what you do, just keep on changing the world for better.